Welcome back. I'm Ross. This is MDEV 25. We're doing some MDEV creator conversations. I am here with Sarah with Dreadnought, and I would like to know more about what's happening. So first, Sarah, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am the producer for the Dreadnought team. This was a game created as a capstone kind of final wrap-up of our senior year of college at the University of Wisconsin-Stout. Where I double majored in computer science and art for video games because I wanted to be a producer and still.
Also, shout out to the double majors out there.
Yes, and yes, so my passion comes from the storytelling and game development, and I am particularly interested in finding out how we can tell stories in a more interactive format with video games as compared to other forms of entertainment and media out there. So that is kind of where I come from, and really happy to be a part of this particular team where I was able to, bridge the gap between our programmers and artists to really bring together a very successful project.
Awesome. Now let's get into Dreadnought. If you were to describe Dreadnought in 10 words or less, how do you think you'd do it?
This is an asymmetrical co-op puzzle game regarding two players acting as a mechanic and pilot for a submarine. And that's pretty much it.
Don't drown?
Yes, don't drown, yes.
Awesome. So what are the types of gamers that might enjoy Dreadnought?
So definitely people who enjoy games like Among Us or Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes, games that involve cooperation and team coordination, but are probably going to make you frustrated with each other. This is supposed to be a fun game, kind of a couch co-op in a sort. But it also brings a lot of tension and a little bit of panic to the audience in that you only have so much time to repair your submarine. So, you need to be running around the sub and keeping track of a few different components of the game as the time is slowly running out. So people who like something fast-paced, I guess not exactly what I would describe as a horror game, but there's a couple of horror aspects to it. So
it does indeed have the horror tag on Steam.
It does.
So speaking of Steam, now would be when I'd ask you if you're available. You're out on Steam right now, and you've got some downloads already, right?
Absolutely, yes. We have over 250,000 downloads on Steam, which has been incredibly exciting. It was very unexpected for us. And yeah, it's available for download right now for free as well. So.
Free, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are the types of games that inspire you right now?
I am particularly interested in the virtual reality field of things just because I feel like it is a part of the industry that has a lot left to be explored, especially when it comes to the interactivity and telling stories through that. I'm particularly passionate about immersion and figuring out how people can live stories themselves more so than just watching them unfold in front of them on a screen or the page. So figuring out how to bring them into a world that they've never been in before and do things that they never thought they could do. So games such as Beat Saber and Super Hot are really fun, but I think they're kind of the arcade mode of VR at the moment, and that there's a lot left to explore there. So games that tell really good stories, I think, are the ones I'm most inspired by.
Yeah, I mean, on the VR front, I think there's a lot of room in the asymmetric VR to allow for different controllers, different interactions. There's a lot of space to play there, and I think there's still some room to grow and to find some fun there for sure. Now you are in Indie Alley in MDEV right now. What does being at MDEV mean for you?
Being at MDEV is incredibly important, especially from the standpoint that we're all Midwest developers here for the most part, and figuring out how to spread the word that development here in the Midwest exists and is strong and is growing. So being here is incredibly important because it helps build that community and it helps bring all of us a little bit closer together as compared to having to go to the conferences on the East or the West Coast or even down south. So being here to celebrate with each other, with our friends, with our coworkers and peers who are all here in this area is really important, I think.
Super awesome. Now, was there anything in particular about this MDEV that you liked?
It was pretty unexpected and surprising to win the Best Student Showcase Award for Dreadnought. But otherwise, I personally have been really enjoying catching up with a lot of people that I haven't seen in a little while or in a few years even. So that has been very great and basically becoming a little bit more incorporated into the community and catching up.
Super awesome. Yeah, community's always a good time. Now, for Dreadnought or you in general, what are the best ways to keep a track of what's going on with Dreadnought and with you in general?
Yes, so Dreadnought, continuing to download our game on Steam, leave us reviews there, because we are always working to improve it as much as possible. And otherwise, keeping track of me, follow us on LinkedIn. Anybody who has worked on the game, any of us developers, we are all working on our own projects and very excited to be sharing a lot of those things with the world now that we are moving on from college and getting out into the industry ourselves.
Now, if possible, I wanted to go into you get 250,000 downloads on Steam. It's be careful what you wish for. Right. What are things that you've learned with getting sudden attention on your project?
Yes. So yeah, the main surprise was absolutely becoming a much more popular game than we were expecting, and with that, as you mentioned, it's kind of a double-edged sword. We've been particularly pleased with the number of people who have enjoyed the game and really expressed interest in improving it by leaving feedback that is critical to helping us develop it better. But it's the internet, right? You're gonna get a mixed bag of everything. There have been plenty of reviews that aren't in any way helpful or just completely negative, and it's okay. It's part of the learning curve. We did also have a very strange experience happen where, for whatever reason, it seemed like a lot of players out of Russia were playing the game, and for whatever reason, just completely disliking it. And so,
just a quick follow-up question: Does your game currently support Russian?
No, like the language is completely in English, and like as a small town game in the Midwest of America, we were shocked to be reaching an audience quite that global. So, we laughed it off and have continued to laugh it off from the standpoint that it's, the game itself is meant to just be, a fun game regarding, submarines are involved, but there's no particular connection to anything political or, worldwide really within it. So it was unexpected, to say the least, but we've been enjoying the different responses we've been getting, and it's been mostly pretty good.
Yeah, so let's talk real quick so you are the project lead, right? And so at a certain point, you have to figure out what is actionable, what is not. How is the mental toll of supporting actionable feedback from vitriol on the internet? How has that process been so far? And I guess as a follow-up question, does worldwide success mean that localization takes on some sort of new meaning or priority in the development process?
Yeah, so we've been doing our best to improve localization, and that has definitely been one of the main improvements that we've been trying to work on. Definitely figuring out, weeding through the different feedback we've been getting, what are the features that are most important to players, and making sure that we are improving those first and foremost has been incredibly important to us. And a lot of the feedback we got was regarding, optimization related things. So that has been pretty easy to work with and continue making better for everybody. Otherwise, some of the other quality of life things we added that we just didn't initially have, but always intended to include, were like in-voice chat, because it's a co-op game. You need to be able to communicate with each other. And there were other ideas that haven't quite come to fruition, and I mean, that's with any game project. But weeding out what players have been suggesting, and optimization and improving the, like I said, quality of life has been the most important thing to us.
So now this is a co-op game kind of at its heart. It is designed for people to have already found their people to co-op with and then play the game, right? You're not supposed to find randoms to sink a submarine with, right?
Correct. Yeah. This is a game I would, yes, agree. It was made for friends and family who are looking to play a game together. It does not in any way sync you up with anybody random. You have to take the initiative to find somebody to play with. Yeah.
So a question about games that involve co-op and friends. So with this many downloads, is now content creation and community become a part of the sets of challenges that you have? And if so, what are the things that happen on that side?
Regarding community, we have a Discord server where we've been trying to connect with our fans to a degree, take more of their feedback there as well. That link can be found on our Steam page for anybody interested in checking it out. And yeah, we would like to try and continue building the fan base there primarily. A way for people to connect with each other there for their passion or excitement for the game so that they can play together if they would like to. Yeah.
Sweet. So as far as random callouts, any games that have surprised you or made you think recently, anything that you wanted to call out, obscure or not? We have a copy of Shrek for the PlayStation 1 sitting on the table next to here. It obviously doesn't have to be that one.
Oh boy, that's a big question. Obscure games, you say?
I mean, it can be as big or as obscure as you want. Like the fact, what is it, RV Together? The fact that that's in the top 5 of Steam games is kind of cool.
Yes.
So it can be a surprise that's very popular or something surprising that no one has heard of. It's kind of a choose your own adventure there.
All right. Well, I guess I will go with a personal favorite, Cult of the Lamb, which has absolutely nothing to do with any other Dreadnought-related things, but it's a personal favorite, and I'm beyond excited for the DLC that is coming out early this upcoming year. It's a game that I've been enjoying since it came out, and am always looking to pass the word on about it. It's just so cute and fun, and it fills a niche that I don't think a lot of other games do, mixing genres the way.
Yeah, I would say never has sacrificing a follower been so cute.
Yes.
As in Cult of the Lamb.
Yes.
So there's not very many cozy cultum ups, I guess I would call them.
Yeah. Yes. No, they do an excellent job of combining the cute with the horror, and as a fellow developer, I certainly admire that aspect of it, and am particularly interested in finding ways of combining genres the way that they have so successfully, because I think that's going to be a big thing going forward in the game industry.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of room in combining genres in new and interesting ways. So it has taken a village to get you this far. With you having the platform you currently have here, at least a couple cameras pointing at you, is there anybody that you wanted to thank, call out, give flowers to? This is your platform, go nuts.
Absolutely. I think it goes without saying, first and foremost, that I think the rest of the Dreadnought team, of all of my years working in game development, never have I come across a group that has been so dedicated and passionate about the craft that we've all chosen to go into. And then with that said, the University of Wisconsin Stout as well, for giving us all the opportunity to pursue this career in such a way that has allowed us to learn so much from our mentors and other peers who are all interested in it. I think that's the main.
Shout out to Stout, man. Yeah. So again, the game is Dreadnought, N-O-T, yes. 2 words. Find it on Steam. It's free. Bring your friends. With that, this is Ross and Sarah, Creator Conversations, signing out.